Imagine this. A secret Eminem diss track surfaces out of nowhere. One so explosive it reignites old beefs, drags hip-hop legends into the fire, and leaves the internet in absolute chaos. Now, add Kendrick Lamar into the mix, reacting in real time, and you've got a story that feels like it was ripped straight from a Hollywood script. But trust us, this isn't fiction. This is hip-hop history unfolding in real time. Let's rewind for a second. Recently, the hip-hop world was rocked when an unreleased Eminem diss track, allegedly titled Smack You, mysteriously leaked online. This isn't just any diss. It's a scorched-earth lyrical assault aimed squarely at two notorious figures, Suge Knight and Ja Rule. And when we say Eminem didn't hold back, we mean it. He went full Slim Shady. The track allegedly dates back to the early 2000s, right in the middle of the nuclear fallout that was 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. And as most fans know, Eminem was right there in the trenches, throwing lyrical grenades alongside 50. But this track, this one's different. It feels personal, calculated, dangerous. In the leaked verses, M turns his lyrical blade towards Suge Knight, the former Death Row Records CEO who has long been a polarizing figure in hip-hop. Eminem doesn't mince words. In one jaw-dropping bar, he spits, "I'm holding Suge responsible for the loss of two of the greatest rappers to ever grace this planet." Let that sink in. Eminem is essentially holding Suge Knight accountable for the deaths of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. That's not just shade, that's a full eclipse. Eminem mentions Biggie, and it hits hard, and it doesn't end there. M takes things even deeper, invoking the name of Christopher Wallace, better known as Biggie Smalls. In another icy line, he raps, "If only the late great Mr. Christopher Wallace could talk, he'd tell you himself, I'm holding Suge accountable." Now, for those who know their hip-hop history, Suge Knight has long been a figure shrouded in controversy. His name has been linked, whether fairly or not, to the East Coast-West Coast feud that ultimately claimed the lives of both Tupac and Biggie. So when Eminem drops a line like that, it's not just lyrics, it's a statement, a bullet through the heart of hip-hop's darkest chapter. But wait, things get even more chaotic. As fans dissected every syllable of the leaked track, one name came roaring to the forefront, Fredwreck, the legendary producer known for working with Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and yes, Eminem himself. According to reports, Fredwreck is the man behind the boards for Smack You, and he is not happy about the leak. In a fiery tweet, Fredwreck didn't mince words. He wrote, "To the criminal leaking M's music, we know where you live. Street law applies." Whoa, that's not just frustration, that's a warning. Fans were stunned. Producers usually keep it chill. For Fredwreck to go full mob boss mode on Twitter, you know this track wasn't supposed to see the light of day. But of course, the internet being the internet, screenshots were taken, clips were shared, and before long, Smack You was trending across every corner of social media. Now, just when you thought the story couldn't get any wilder, Kendrick Lamar jumped into the conversation. Yeah, that Kendrick. The Pulitzer Prize-winning lyrical assassin who just shook the world with his Like That verse aimed at Drake, J. Cole, and half the rap game. So what did he say? Under a snippet of the leaked track posted to Instagram, Kendrick left a cryptic, hype-charged comment. Imagine all the tracks that haven't surfaced that are as good as this. Fans went nuts. What did he mean by that? Was it a nod of respect? A hint that he's heard other unreleased Eminem tracks? Or was he teasing a collab? Whatever the case, Kendrick's cosign added gasoline to the already blazing fire. The comment was liked and shared thousands of times, and hip-hop forums lit up with theories. Now here's where things get really interesting. Eminem and Kendrick aren't strangers. Their relationship goes way back to their 2013 collaboration, Love Game, a playful, yet incredibly lyrical back and forth on M's The Marshall Mathers LP2. But did you know about the test? According to behind-the-scenes stories, Eminem actually cleared the studio before Kendrick came in to record, leaving just Kendrick and the beat. The goal? See if Kendrick could write his verse on the spot. No ghostwriters, no entourage, no excuses. The result? Kendrick dropped a verse so complex, so witty, that Eminem reportedly nodded and said, "Yup, he's the real deal." That kind of respect isn't given lightly, and it's why fans are now dreaming of another collaboration. One tweet that went viral read, "Kendrick and M are the GOATs. Imagine if they dropped a whole joint album. that would break the internet. But let's keep it real. Not every fan is head over heels for Smack You. Some listeners felt the diss was too raw, too aggressive, or just didn't hit the way they expected. One comment on YouTube reads, "It's okay, but honestly, M should stick to his funny tracks. Stuff like The Real Slim Shady and Without Me, those are untouchable." Others argue that Eminem's glory days are behind him, and that releasing an old diss in 2025 feels more like a nostalgia trip than a real threat. But on the flip side, there are plenty who believe this is classic Shady. No filter, no apologies, just raw bars and cold truths. This leak doesn't just revive old beefs, it reopens conversations about responsibility, legacy, and power in the rap industry. Why did Eminem feel the need to record that track in the first place? Was it just to defend 50 Cent? Or was he speaking for a generation of rappers who never got closure on the deaths of Tupac and Biggie? And Kendrick's reaction, was that just fandom? Or is he positioning himself as the bridge between the old guard and the new era? A dream collab or a diss war brewing? Let's entertain a wild theory for a moment. What if this leak wasn't accidental? What if it's the start of something bigger? Think about it. Kendrick is fresh off a diss run. M's name is suddenly trending. Producers are riled up. Fans are calling for more. The timing feels too perfect. Could we be witnessing the prelude to a surprise Eminem and Kendrick Lamar collab? Or is M gearing up for one last lyrical rampage against the industry? Imagine this, a joint album, two generations of lyrical gods. One final word on everything from beefs to bars to legacy. Too good to be true? Maybe. But hey, this is hip-hop. Stranger things have happened. So who's the real king of the diss? Let's get to the million-dollar question. If Kendrick and Eminem went head-to-head in a diss battle, who wins? Is Eminem still the undisputed king of the diss track, a man who single-handedly ended careers with rhymes alone? Or has Kendrick surpassed him, crafting bars so poetic and layered they make you question everything you thought you knew? Drop your take in the comments, because this debate, it's far from over. Whether you're a fan of Eminem, a Kendrick stan, or just here for the drama, this story has something for everyone. A secret diss, a producer's fury, a Kendrick cameo, and a fandom divided. One thing's for sure, hip-hop is alive, and it's wilder than ever. So what do you think? Should Eminem drop more unreleased fire? Will Kendrick and M ever team up again? Or are we on the brink of a whole new lyrical war? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single beat. Because in this world of leaked tracks and lyrical jabs, you never know who's going to drop the next bomb. Stick around. The story's just getting started.